All right, what's going on, everyone? So yeah, well, let's talk about what fight is going on tonight. Usyk versus Chisora. All right, obviously going to give you like tactics on what tactics Chisora could use on Usyk, what tactics Usyk can use on Chisora, my predictions and so on, and how I think the fight will play out. Anyway, let's start. Actually, let's talk about first with tactics. Okay, so let's talk about with Chisora. Chisora, he's got a lot of disadvantages, yeah, and I think that stuff that will play against him. Right, number one, I know a lot of people ain't talking about this. Well, actually, I think there were quite a few people talking about this, but I think the crowds could make a big impact for Chisora. Like, obviously, if this was in front of a live audience in the O2, like Chisora, yeah, he would live up to the expectation, innit? Like, if he's back on the ropes and all that kind of stuff there, he will live up. Like, so I do believe like that could more likely play. That will be more of a better advantage over Usyk than it will be on Chisora, just based on the crowd. As far as Chisora, what Chisora should do, Chisora needs to use his size. He needs to cut Usyk off. Yeah, you can't let this guy have the pace of him moving around, because trying to pin that guy down is practically it's going to be hard, but it's not impossible. Yeah, because I was actually watching a fight, Golovkin versus Willie Monroe, and it was kind of obviously Usyk's a different level compared to Monroe Jr. But Monroe, yeah, he's a real slick boxer, yeah. And you actually watch all Monroe's previous fights before him facing Golovkin. Trying to pin this guy down was ridiculous, isn't it? Right? So Golovkin, obviously, he's a lot slow on the feet, but he positions his feet on the right. He positions himself. Yeah. So Monroe, within the first round, Golovkin's already pinning him down. Yeah. So how you do this? Okay. So for example, now Usyk being a southpaw, Chisora being a orthodox. Yeah. So obviously the lead foot, whoever's foot's on the outside, will be able to dictate the pace on what's going on. All right. Southpaws love to pivot on the right. Yeah, so for example, if you're a southpaw, you're left-handed, you got your right foot in front, you would like to pivot over to the right to get out. Now, if you're an orthodox, the key to that is by getting your left foot on the outside of your opponent, of the southpaw's opponent, of your opponent's right foot, will stop them from pivoting, because they're pivoting. Fair enough. You know what? Don't want to always trying to throw the left foot to the face. Yeah, throw the left foot to the body. They ain't going nowhere. You're pinning them. You're bringing them back in there to meet the right hand. Yeah. So what I say Chisora needs to do, he just needs to cut him off. Work your way around. Just stalk him. Do not let Usyk dictate the pace. You let him dictate the pace, I'm telling you, mate, it's only going to go one way. Yeah. Obviously, me saying all of this, yeah, this ain't going to be my predictions on. I'll give you my predictions who I think is going to win the fight and how they win the fight. As for Usyk, there's a lot of things that he does, and I was watching a fight where he fought Breeders. If you're actually, to be honest with you, with Usyk, you have to take the fight to him, innit? But you have to be controlled with it. You have to be assertive with your pressure. Yeah, educated pressure. And I'm telling you, Usyk is beatable. Just get him to the body. He don't like, from fights I've seen him, like, he don't like body shots. Yeah. So my advice for Chisora: pin this guy down, cut him off, work him to the body, continue, and like I said, then you get him out late. That's what, and I know people thinking, right. What you thinking? Chisora KO. That's what I want to happen, innit? I want Chisora to win. But let me just talk about Usyk's keys to victory. If Chisora cannot pin this guy down and not use his weight as an advantage, Usyk is just going to outbox him. He's going to outbox his head off. Literally, he will box his head off. And because Usyk, he's too shrewd in what he does. And I'm a real big fan of Uysk. But the thing with Usyk, he does this thing where Same thing with like a Lomachenko, where they mentally tire you out. Mentally. Like, they always got you thinking, always got you thinking, always got you thinking. Like, you can't switch off with these guys. You're doing those stuff there, I'm telling you, it just drains your energy. That there already, like, if you already get into your head and I'm making you work so much with your brain on a 12-round fight, yeah. It's funny that I don't see that working with Chisora in this fight. That's the only thing. Like, I just feel this fight here where Usyk would be kind of more on his bike. There's that boxing him, yeah, popping the jab, maybe throw 1-2 combinations, get out, get in, get out. Chisora, if he can keep composed, but it's being disciplined, but it's working. Obviously, I know Chisora wants to go to war, but yeah, just rough, like I said, rough him up, but don't gas out. Yeah. Obviously, the same. Obviously, he's got an engine or whatever. He lost. He does go in. For example, everyone's saying about his engine, about Chisora's engine. Chisora has got an engine, but Chisora does take a lot of punishment, and Chisora's that guy where it could be on his back up on the ropes for 2 minutes, and then for the last minute he just boom, 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 lets his hands go. So yeah. Now, my predictions on how this fight will go. I'm going for a Usyk win, and the reason why a Usyk win, a unanimous decision. Yeah. Possibly a late TKO, possibly. But if you told me right now, if I'm gonna put my money down, I'll say Usyk late points. But I don't think it will be a bigger upset if Chisora beats Usyk. There's another thing that it's just the thing with Chisora is what Chisora turns up. If Chisora if he lets his hands go, like I can literally see. I can see Chisora, boom, overhand right. It's like I said, the same thing where he done with Takam, where he worked him to the body and then boom, throws the overhand right. I can see him clipping Usyk, especially if he's got him in the corner where Chisora's foot, like we're going back to the foot again, Chisora's foot's on the outside of Usyk's, yeah, and he's gonna work to the body. You're gonna force Usyk to come out to his left and then the overhand right. I can see that happening. It wouldn't be that much of a big upset if I see Chisora knocking out Usyk. I know I won't see it, but yeah. 3 things I see in this fight. So it'll be a Usyk on points, Usyk late stoppage, late TKO, like, or a Chisora, anything from round 5. Yeah, from round 5 to 8. 5 to 8, I could see Chisora just throwing, yeah, just shocking the ball, 1 punch. Yeah. So, but like I said, for myself, Usyk on points. All right. So cool. This is it. Elijah Unboxing. Yeah. Put your comments who you think is going to win this fight. Let me know. All right. Bless.